Hi, how are you? Very nice to meet you.
Am I? Yeah.
Yes, yes. What is going through your mind as you're sitting here doing this now for the 5th time?
Gosh, what's going through my mind? I guess I'm excited. Like, this is my first morning back. I haven't seen Dan and Rupert for ages. It's nice to say hello to David again. It's just kind of like nice to be kind of, and also it feels like I've just been waiting for ages for this film to come out because I finished filming in like October.
Oh, wow.
And it's just starting to come out now. And if you
Was
can
that,
imagine,
9
like,
months?
the tension has been building for, like, so long. And, I mean, I only saw the film, like, a week ago. And absolutely loved it. So I'm actually, it's quite exciting, actually. It's quite nice to kind of be back and be publicising it. And, like, it helps that I really love this film. Really love this film. So, yeah.
It's a much deeper, more emotional story, and it places you and Ron especially in a different position with Harry.
Yeah, we really are in a big way in this one because Harry kind of wants to isolate himself because he thinks that if he does that then he'll have less to lose, and he thinks no one believes him, and he's really angry and kind of just kind of like, and also you have to remember that kind of Voldemort is kind of tampering with his head a bit as well, so he's really kind of struggling a bit, and particularly Hermione, like really just is really trying really hard to kind of bring him out of it and show him that he still has something really valuable to give and that he can actually help people. And I think Harry realising that he can do that is really, like, is kind of really key to him sort of believing in himself again and being more positive, and like the DA and everything, although he's really just does not want to do it at the beginning, just thinks everyone's just there because he's some sort of freak, actually, like, he becomes a really great teacher, and he just, like, he obviously really loves it, so that's really important. I actually think out of all of the books, I mean, in a way, they're all about friendship, but this one, that's definitely, I would say, the most key theme to it, which is just the importance of friendship. And yes, it gives you more to lose, but the important thing that Harry realises at the end is that it actually gives him something to fight for, and that makes him a lot more powerful than Voldemort can ever be, because he doesn't have that.
Yeah. Now, and the guys have always been kind of the central figures, or at least Harry has been. Women taking on a much bigger role here, Ginny Weasley and Luna. How has that been, seeing that kind of rise of the female position?
Oh, I love it. I love it, because I've just been completely kind of outnumbered for kind of all 4 books, as it were. And to have kind of Bonnie and Ivana, who are Ginny and Luna, and also obviously Katie, who is Cho, has been great. And it's really good, because it's really, you know, there's all of us, and there's almost a kind of equal balance of sort of girls and boys. It's kind of really quite, it's not sexist in any way. Anyone can, you know, all of them have equal strengths and weaknesses and strengths, and together they're a really good team, and I think that's really cool. Yeah.
Now, all of you guys have grown up with your characters. What do you think you in particular have learned from Hermione?
I guess the really cool thing about Hermione is that she just doesn't really care what anyone thinks of her. She really, like, does her own thing. She's quite a strong feminist figure. She, you know, she's certainly not embarrassed to kind of boss the boys around or tell them what they should and shouldn't be doing. She's kind of this sort of, like, almost in a kind of, like, mothering way. She's just really kind of, she's really determined, and she's really, she has really strong convictions, and I think that's really cool. And I love the fact that she's smart. She's really intelligent, and I think what happens, like, a lot is that even girls who are intelligent, they kind of dumb themselves down for guys, or, like, it's something that, like, guys would find threatening or whatever, but Hermione, you know, she's just herself, and she's proud of it, and she plays it to her advantage, and I think in that sense I think she's a good role model.
And I gotta imagine in this movie, maybe a little more liberating, that, you know, in the past she's always been that by the books, but this one she's not so much.
Yeah, that's actually, again, this was what made her kind of, like, really interesting to play this time around, because there's kind of this rebellious side that is coming out in Hermione, where she's just like, she can see that I mean, essentially, Hermione wants to learn. She wants to know things. She wants to be able to defend herself. She wants to be able to kind of be in control. And Umbridge is just making her write out lines. You know, she's not learning anything, and she can see exactly what's going on. And she's like, I'm not having it. And so she's kind of like, she really wants to like break the rules, and she's really encouraging everyone to kind of like fight against this. Like, there's this line that she says where she says, where Umbridge is like, you know, one's away, I want you to copy out these lines like 10 times or whatever, and Hermione's like, she just doesn't want us to think. She doesn't want us to have opinions. She doesn't want us to have, she just wants us to be kind of, yeah, she doesn't want us to think. And for Hermione, that's just, you know.
Beyond her.
Yeah. Like, she can't do that. And it's really cool. She really fights hard against it. So, it's cool.
Well, you mentioned Umbridge, Dolores Umbridge, played so wonderfully by Imelda Staunton.
Yeah.
How would you compare her to past villains?
There is something so creepy about Professor Umbridge, because she doesn't look like a villain. She doesn't look in any way scary. She's, you know, she's pink and fluffy, and she likes kittens and everything like that. But that's what makes her so creepy and so weird, because underneath it you can see this really, really screwed up woman. And there are just moments where you'll just hear her voice go like that, and you're just like, oh my god, this is, I don't know. And also her like meticulous sort of, she wants everything to be perfect, and she wants everything to be in order and in control, and it's really, it's kind of more psychological, kind of scary. It's like you can't see it on the outside, but she's bloody scary. It's scary.
Yeah. All right, so it's time to kind of throw aside this movie for a second. It's time to dish a little bit. Over the last 7 years, working so closely with Daniel and Rupert, what's your biggest pet peeve of these guys?
I
won't tell them.
Dan plays his music too loud, and Rupert says yeah and too much. He needs to, like, when you're like, hey, how you doing? He's like, yeah, good. And I'm like, come on, give me some more, elaborate, whatever. He's very minimalist in his speech, but I love them both to bits. But those would be my pet peeves.
Do you have a good like embarrassing moment of theirs that they would never tell me? Like the, you know, you guys have grown up, so there's bound to be like the voice cracks or any of that kind of stuff.
They've actually been pretty embarrassment free. They've come through it pretty smoothly, I have to say. They've done pretty well. I don't think there's anything I really particularly pick them up on. I'm sorry. I'll have to probe them. For kind of, I'm sure we'll get something out of them.
Yeah. Now with the 7th book coming out, do you have your opinions on how you hope things end?
Well, I, like Dan, have a really nasty feeling Harry might have to go, for Voldemort to go. Quite depressing, but I think he might, might get killed off. I think Hermione and Ron will get together. I hope they will get together, because I just think that they will be just the sweetest couple, and really kind of they're just chalk and cheese, but it works. What else? I don't know. I have a couple of theories. I think Snape is good, which is a little bit. I might be wrong. I might end up to be wrong, but I think that
you see a little bit of it in Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, I think that he kills Voldemort in the 6th one. He kills Dumbledore, sorry, to gain Voldemort's trust, and that's the only way that he could have done it. So essentially, I think Snape has got something going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my thoughts. They have absolutely no grounds. They're just my opinions. But, yeah.
Now, are you able to go out on the street without being mobbed?
Yeah. People like, I just kind of like, whenever I go out, I just kind of play myself down a bit and kind of you just kind of mush in with everyone else, and you don't really get.
Yeah. Anything to not bring attention is better.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get people stop me and stuff, but I wouldn't not go out just because a couple of people might stop me and ask me autograph. Like, that would just be awful. So yeah.
Do when they come up to you, call you Hermione or Emma?
Some people do. As the films have gone on, people know me as Emma Watson now, whereas before they'd be like, "Oh, Hermione." I'd be like, I do actually have another name,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I don't really mind.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel pressure to please fans?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, the books mean so much to so many people, and there are fans that just live and breathe the stuff. Yeah, I feel the pressure.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. So nice.
Thank you.